Guys, what's up? What's with the contraption? Dan, what do we got going on here? Oh. Chuck, what's this huge setup that we've got going on here?
Well, for years, people have been trying to come up with the perfect guacamole.
Well, that's true.
And it's a lot of work. You have to do cutting, slicing, you have to scoop it out. Sometimes the skin sticks to the middle, there's the pit. There's a lot of difficulty. The preparation can be extensive.
I tried to talk him out of it, but his enthusiasm far outweighed the logic.
Well, I can certainly see that. It looks like it's quite the contraption. Would you like to explain to our audience how exactly this works and what it's all about?
Sure. What we have here is the ultimate guacamole maker. It takes an avocado and passes it through a series of processes and mixing mechanisms and comes up with the ultimate guacamole at the end.
Dan here can explain it really well. Yes, we start out with our high compression magnetron. Then we go to our circumambulator. I had a hard time saying it until I finally invented it.
Oh.
Then we go into some other types of compressive material. These are high compression processing equipment that mashes the avocado together until we get a perfect mixture that goes into our final mixing area. This is our mixing vat that puts everything together, folds it tightly, and comes out with the perfect guacamole.
Wow, that sounds pretty cool. What does this thing do over here on the end?
It's a barbecue grill?
Oh. Well, on that note, if you'd be so kind maybe to show our audience how this works, I'm going to go ahead and get out of the way. Let's take a look and see how this guacamole turns out.
Now, first of all, we start out with our ingredients. We have our avocado.
Yes, and I'm going to put these avocados in whole, just like this. Skin, pit, and all.
Yes. Then we come out with a special ingredient. This makes it very firm. It's a rutabaga. Finally, we add some salt. And then last but not least, we put in some chopped up lemons and lime to give it that extra spark. So are you ready?
Yes, ready to begin. Hold on while I do the proper safety procedures. We're hooked up. Okay, are we ready? Start. We have it.
I forget how much work that is.
Oh yeah.
Every time we do it. But it's done.
Now
It'll be
let's try
great.
it out. Let's try out our product here. Oh, well, got most of them. Looks like we missed one, but I think the flavor is going to be beyond compare. Are you ready?
Me first.
Yes, of course.
Oh, how would you describe that?
Horrible.
It's
That's
not
absolutely
good.
horrible.
It's not good. No.
So what do you guys got there?
This is the finished product. What do you got there?
What is that?
Oh, I've got guacamole. You see, what I discovered, well, actually already knew, is there's an easier device for actually making
Really?
guacamole.
Really?
Yeah. It's called a blender. And if you don't have one of those, well, you can use a food processor too.
Let's try this.
Yeah, give it a shot. See what you
let me
think.
see.
Yeah.
Guacamole. Yeah, it's better. For
Oh.
sure, it's better.
Oh, that's good.
It's,
That is good.
You know what? It's better.
Yeah.
It's better.
All right. See, sometimes what we find is simple can actually be best. Take, for example, at Revolution Living, our VPUs are made out of wood. They don't have to be made out of concrete. They don't have to be made out of a steel rebar or reinforcements. They don't have to be built into the side of the planet. They can just be made out of wood. And they can withstand a direct hit from an EF5 tornado or a Category 5 hurricane. Now that's pretty good. Why don't you tell them a little bit about it?
Well, it's not the material. You can take diamonds and put them one on top of another, and a 2-year-old could knock it over. It's not only the material, it's how it's put together. This is designed somehow like an airplane with an invention that we have a patent on that uses what we call an adjacency structural matrix. It ties the entire unit together.
Yes, it's not just the materials. The wood has inherent strength. Wood is a very strong material, but it has to be used properly in order to actually achieve the ultimate strength. It's the connections of how you put the whole thing together that really give it that strength.
Well, you know, it's funny you mention that because I was at a seminar with a couple of structural engineers in there, and when you mentioned connection, there was a guy there from Canada who was insistent upon telling me that you can't make a moment connection out of wood. He said it was impossible. Is this true?
Well, he can't do it, but we can. And that's how we got our patented design.
Very nice. So, I don't know about our guacamole, folks, but I feel a lot more comfortable with using one of our Revolution Living designs than I do our guacamole, especially because it takes a lot less gasoline. So I don't know about you guys.
Sometimes simplicity is the best way to go.
Yes, but it's good to see you always work with your safety features.
Yes.
So, well, that's so long from me, folks. I'm out of here. Thanks for the time, gentlemen.
Thank you.
From Dan and Chuck.
Thanks for the guacamole.
Hey, my pleasure. I'm Bob. It's been a great time. We'll see you next time.